Younger women hate when older guys do this. 7 unattractive habits, Stoic love. As we age, we naturally accumulate wisdom, stability, and experience that can make us stand out, especially when it comes to younger women. It's true that these qualities are often highly attractive. However, many older men unknowingly undermine these advantages, missing the chance to truly connect and impress. Time and time again, I've seen men in their 40s, 50s, and beyond, despite all their potential, remain frustrated and single simply because they don't recognize the missteps they're making. You see, when you make the wrong moves, it's not just about losing her respect, it's about missing the opportunity to reveal your true value. And that's a shame because older men offer something that younger men simply can't. A deeper understanding of life, the stability to provide, and the wisdom to lead in ways that matter most. The key is to avoid the common mistakes that cause many men to fall short. The good news is that these mistakes aren't a reflection of who you are. They're simply habits that can be corrected. You don't have to change yourself. All it takes is recognizing where you're going wrong and adjusting your approach, so you can present the grounded, confident man you're meant to be. Today, I'm going to share with you the 7 most common mistakes that older men make when dating younger women. By avoiding them, you'll not only change the way others see you, but also transform how you view yourself. As the great philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Don't waste the potential you have. Let's dive into the first mistake and how to avoid it. Mistake 1. Leading with money. Many older men make a common mistake when dating younger women. They believe that showing off their financial success is the best way to win their affection. They think, if I flaunt how much money I have, she'll be impressed and I'll definitely get her attention. So they lead with their wallets. This can look like talking about high-paying jobs, driving fancy cars, booking luxurious vacations, or dining at expensive restaurants. Some even go as far as buying gifts, paying off bills, or sending money to women they've just met, hoping this will make them irresistible. But let's look at a real-life example. Imagine you're at a bar or a coffee shop, striking up a conversation with a younger woman. You start talking about your job, the expensive vacation you just came back from, and the car you drive. At first, she might seem impressed, but here's the thing. If that's all you talk about, she might quickly lose interest. Why? Because you're showing her what you have, not who you are. You're setting yourself up to be seen as just a provider, not as someone she can emotionally connect with. Now, let's say you approach her with a different mindset. Instead of leading with your wealth, you focus on sharing stories of your personal experiences, your values, and the lessons you've learned. You talk about your passions, what drives you, and what you find meaningful in life. You still mention your financial success, but in a way that feels natural, something that reflects your life journey, not your ego. You're confident, but you're not bragging. You're not trying to impress her with money, but rather with your genuine self. When you lead with money, you risk attracting women who are only after what you can give them. These women are interested in the perks, not the person. But when you lead with character and confidence, you attract women who are looking for someone real, someone they can connect with on a deeper level. These women respect you for who you are, not for the size of your bank account. Money is just a tool. It doesn't define you as a person, and it certainly shouldn't define your relationships. By leading with your true self, you create an opportunity for a more meaningful, lasting connection. When you allow your success to naturally be a part of the bigger picture of who you are, you will attract the right kind of woman, someone who values you for your depth, not just your financial status. If you agree that showing who you really are is the best way to connect with the right partner, comment below with "I choose character over money" and share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Mistake 2. Messing up the age question. Imagine this. You're at a social event, enjoying a nice conversation with a younger woman. Everything is going smoothly, and you feel relaxed, when suddenly she asks, "So, how old are you?" For many older men, This question can feel like a sudden shift in the atmosphere. Maybe your mind races, and you feel that rush of panic. What do you say? Should you mention your age directly or try to change the subject? Suddenly, you feel your confidence slip away, and you might even try to avoid answering the question entirely. Now, think about this common scenario. You're at a coffee shop with a younger woman, having a lively conversation about work and life. She's laughing at your jokes, and things are flowing well. But then, out of nowhere, she asks, "How old are you?" Most men in this moment might feel a little uncomfortable and tense up. They might fumble with their words or even try to joke about it in an awkward way, like saying something along the lines of, "I'm as old as my dog." While you might be trying to cover up your discomfort with humor, it comes off as unsure, and she might sense the hesitation. Here's the truth. When you show discomfort about your age, it sends a message to her that you view it as an issue. And if you treat it as a problem, she will too. Think about it. When you start to hesitate or look uncomfortable, it's like you're giving her permission to view it as a negative thing. This is when the age gap starts to feel like a barrier. But it doesn't have to be that way. Your age should not be a reason for insecurity. Instead, treat it as just a number. Now, let's say you're sitting at that same coffee shop, and she asks the same question. This time, instead of getting flustered, you lean back in your chair with a relaxed smile and say, "I'm 47, and you?" You deliver your answer confidently and calmly, then immediately shift the conversation to something else, like asking her about her recent trip or a book she's been reading. There's no awkwardness, no self-doubt. Your age is simply a piece of information, not a source of anxiety. Alternatively, if you enjoy humor, you could reply with a playful response like, "I'm actually too old for you, we'd never work." Or, "I'm 700 months old, how about you?" With this, you've not only diffused any tension, but also shown that you're completely comfortable with who you are. The point is, confidence is key. In everyday situations, the more you act comfortable with your age, the more others will too. It doesn't have to be a topic you shy away from. In fact, the way you handle it can even boost her attraction to you. When you own your age with confidence, it becomes an attractive quality, showing maturity and self-assuredness. This simple shift in mindset turns an awkward moment into an opportunity to showcase your inner strength. So next time you're faced with that question, answer confidently and without hesitation. It's not just your age, it's how you carry yourself that counts. Mistake 3. Idolizing her. Imagine this. You're at a social event and you spot a younger woman across the room. She's confident, attractive, and seems to have everything together. Naturally, you feel a bit nervous. After all, she's much younger, and it's easy to think she's out of your league. So you start to overthink everything. You begin to act a little too polite, perhaps even a bit stiff, and you try to steer the conversation toward topics that feel safe, because you don't want to mess things up. You may even find yourself going out of your way to impress her, making sure you don't say anything that could make you seem less than perfect. But here's the thing, while you're doing all of this, you're not actually engaging with her as an equal. Instead, you're putting her on a pedestal, as though she's some untouchable prize to be won. And what ends up happening? You come across as insecure and a little boring, and in the process, you might lose her interest without even realizing it. Women don't fall for men who are constantly trying to prove their worth. They fall for men who are comfortable in their own skin and who treat them as equals, not trophies. Think about it in a real-world scenario. Let's say you're at a coffee shop, and a younger woman sits down next to you. Instead of seeing her as someone you have to impress or be perfect for, try just engaging with her naturally. Ask her about her interests, share your own, and enjoy the conversation without feeling the pressure of winning her approval. You might be surprised at how much more genuine and interesting the conversation becomes when you approach it from a place of confidence rather than fear. Remember, you're not auditioning for her approval. She's not a rare collectible that you need to win. She's a person just like you, with her own unique personality and preferences. When you stop idolizing her and start interacting with her as an equal, you open up the possibility for a real, meaningful connection. And if you agree with this, drop a comment right now. I treat women as equals, not trophies. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remind yourself daily. True confidence isn't about impressing others. It's about being yourself without fear. Mistake 4. Positioning yourself as a mentor. Tight. Many older men mistakenly think that positioning themselves as a mentor or guide will win over a younger woman. They believe that by showcasing their wisdom, offering career advice, and subtly guiding her life decisions, they'll prove their value. But here's the harsh truth. What they're actually doing is turning themselves into someone she respects, but not someone she sees as a potential partner. It may seem like a harmless way to connect, but the reality is you've erased any romantic or sexual tension from the dynamic. Imagine this. You've spent months teaching, advising, and positioning yourself as the wise mentor. But when you finally reveal your true intentions, it's too late. Instead of her feeling flattered, she feels uncomfortable. Why? Because she's been conditioned to see you as a teacher, not a lover. The lines between friendship and romance have been blurred, and that attraction, if it was ever there, is now buried beneath layers of platonic admiration. This is a mistake that many older men make. They believe that by giving advice, they'll prove their worth, but they forget to bring excitement into the equation. The truth is, you need to create a dynamic of flirtation and fun early on. It's about setting the tone from the very beginning, playful teasing, light compliments, and moments of connection that build chemistry and attraction. Don't wait for weeks or months to drop hints. By then, it's often too late to shift the dynamic. And here's a vital piece of advice. Women can sense when you're being inauthentic. If your energy is that of a mentor, she'll feel it, and that's all she'll ever see you as. Instead, be clear with your intentions from the start. Show her the confident, charismatic man you truly are. Be upfront, not manipulative. Show her that you're interested in more than just being a guide. You want to be a partner, a lover, someone who excites and engages her on a deeper level. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Don't play games. Be the version of yourself that commands respect and admiration, but also sparks desire. By shifting your approach, you'll not only stand out from the crowd, but you'll also show her that you're someone who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to make his move, without any hesitation or second guessing. Remember, life is too short to waste time pretending. Mistake 5. Trying too hard to look young. One of the biggest mistakes older men often make is trying too hard to look younger. This can show up in many ways, like wearing trendy clothes that don't quite fit their personality or age, using slang that feels forced, or trying to chase after every new fad that doesn't suit them. Imagine an older man at a party trying to speak in the same way as the younger crowd, dropping slang he doesn't even use in his daily life. It feels uncomfortable and out of place. Younger women pick up on this immediately and often find it unappealing. Instead of seeing confidence, they see insecurity, a man who is desperately trying to fit into a world that's not his. Take, for example, a man in his 50s who decides to wear skinny jeans and a flashy graphic t-shirt to a casual dinner, thinking it will make him seem young and hip. While it's understandable that he wants to look good, the result is that it feels forced. His younger counterparts might see him as trying too hard, and the natural charm that comes with maturity is overshadowed. What's more attractive is a man who knows how to dress for his age, someone who wears a well-fitted blazer or a stylish jacket that suits his body type and exudes confidence. What truly makes you appealing is embracing who you are, regardless of your age. Imagine a man in his 50s, fit and well-groomed, wearing a classic leather jacket with a simple shirt. He stands out not because he's trying to look younger, but because he exudes self-assuredness. That's what makes him more attractive than the man who's trying to be something he's not. Instead of spending time and money on trends that don't reflect who you are, focus on things that truly make a difference. Invest in clothing that flatters your body and reflects your style, not someone else's idea of what's cool. Work on your fitness, not to erase the years, but to feel strong and healthy in the present. And when you talk, drop the forced slang. Speak from a place of experience and wisdom. That authenticity will naturally attract the attention of younger women who appreciate a man who knows who he is and isn't afraid to show it. If you're tired of pretending to be someone you're not, and you're ready to embrace the powerful, authentic man you truly are, drop a comment below right now. I am confident in my age, and I own my wisdom. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remember, true power comes from being yourself, authentically and unapologetically. Mistake 6. Overloading the conversation with your achievements. It's a common pitfall among older men who think their life's accomplishments will automatically impress a younger woman. They list their career milestones, educational credentials, and past successes in an attempt to showcase their value. While pride in your achievements is important, bombarding a conversation with them can backfire. Here's the reality. When you dominate the dialogue with your accolades, you're not just showcasing your success, you're inadvertently pushing her out of the conversation. You're not giving her space to share her thoughts, her experiences, or her feelings, and that's where the connection breaks down. Instead of looking confident, you may come off as self-centered, or worse, as someone desperate to validate themselves. Understand this. Women aren't searching for a resume. They want someone who listens, engages, and shares a genuine emotional connection. Attraction isn't built on what you've achieved, but on how you make her feel when you're together. So what's the solution? Keep your achievements in your back pocket. Don't lead with them. Let them come up organically in conversation, or better yet, let her discover them over time. A truly confident man doesn't need to prove his worth with words. His presence, demeanor, and actions do all the talking. By shifting your focus away from self-promotion and placing it on her, by asking meaningful questions and truly listening, you'll create a deeper, more natural connection. So remember, the next time you talk to a younger woman, shift the focus to her. Engage in a conversation that flows naturally and watch as the connection blossoms. Do you agree that attraction is built through connection, not accolades? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful insights. Share this with a friend who needs to hear this. You've taken the first step toward mastering your relationships. Now take the next one. So there you have it, the 7 mistakes older men often make with younger women. Let's quickly recap. Idolizing her, messing up the age question, leading with money, positioning yourself as a mentor, trying too hard to look young, overloading the conversation with your achievements, and neglecting your physical presence. At the core of all these mistakes is one common theme: not fully embracing who you are. Younger women aren't looking for someone who's perfect. They're drawn to someone who is confident, self-aware, and authentic. When you let go of insecurities, stop trying to prove yourself, and focus on becoming the best version of who you are, everything changes. At The Noble Man, we believe in helping men not just attract the right relationships, but also live with purpose and strength. Fixing these mistakes isn't just about dating, it's about transforming your mindset and building the life you deserve. If this message resonated with you, reflect on where you can improve and start applying these changes today. Becoming better isn't just a goal, it's a journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Noble Man. Stay strong, stay authentic, and embrace who you truly are. Ciao, ciao, man.